Today, we are going to unlock a skill that is honestly like a superpower for your mind. It's the art of going beyond just knowing a bunch of stuff to truly understanding it. It's what's going to transform you from a facts collector into a wisdom builder. So let's dive right in. So let me just start with a question for you. Are you a fact collector? Someone who just piles up information? Or are you a wisdom builder? Someone who uses those facts to build something new, something with meaning? Believe me, there's a huge difference. And today, we're going to figure out how to become that builder.
So, what is the superpower I'm talking about? Well, it's called synthesis. And yeah, I know, it sounds a little fancy, maybe a bit complicated, but I promise you it's a skill you can start using right away.
At its heart, synthesis is really just combining ideas from different places to create a brand new, deeper understanding. And that's the key right there, new understanding. This isn't just about summarizing or, spitting facts back out. Nope. This is about creating something totally original just by connecting the dots.
Okay, so how do you actually do it? Well, it's basically a 4-step recipe. Super simple. First, you grab ideas from at least 2 different sources. Then you start looking for patterns, shared ideas that link them together. Step 3 is a big one. You've got to summarize what you found in your own words. And finally, step 4, you create a totally new explanation from all those pieces.
All right, enough with the theory, right? Let's get our hands dirty and see this thing in action. We're going to use a real-world example about hurricanes. Think of it like we're putting a puzzle together.
So check this out. We've got 2 different facts. Source number 1 tells us the bad stuff, right? Hurricanes wreck homes, they knock out the power. But then you've got source number 2, which shows something totally different happening. People coming together, helping each other clean up. So how do these 2 things, which seem kind of opposite, how do they actually fit together?
Think about it for a second. How can we weave these 2 different ideas, the destruction part and the community part, into one single powerful sentence that tells a much bigger story?
Boom. Here it is. Hurricanes cause serious damage, but they also bring people together to help one another. See what we did there? We didn't just list fact A and then fact B. We connected them. And what we ended up with was a deeper, more complete truth, that even when something terrible happens, it can bring out the best in people. That's the magic of synthesis.
Okay, now it's your turn. Time for you to put on your Wisdom Builder hat. Are you ready for the cactus challenge? Let's do this.
All right, here are your 2 clues. Source A gives us a general idea. Some plants can store water to get by. Source B gets way more specific. It says cacti are desert plants that do exactly that. You've got the puzzle pieces. Now let's put them together.
All right, have a look at these 3 options. Which one do you think is the best example of synthesis? Take a second. The first 2 are, well, they're kind of just repeating the original facts, right? But that third one, plants like cacti store water to survive drought in deserts? That's it. That's our winner. It perfectly connects the general idea with the specific example. Nailed it.
And listen, this skill is so much more than just a trick for schoolwork. Synthesis is really about learning how to see the big picture in everything you read, everything you learn, and everything you experience.
I just love this little saying. It captures the idea perfectly. Truth from here, truth from there. Put them together, you'll find something rare. That is exactly what we're doing. We're taking all these little pieces of truth and building a bigger, more complete picture of the world.
And get this idea is not new, not by a long shot. I mean, think about the 4 Gospels. You've got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and each one tells the story of Jesus, but from a slightly different angle, right? No single book gives you the whole story, but when you read them all together, you synthesize this incredibly rich, full understanding of his life. That's synthesis in action on a truly massive scale. So, this brings us to the most important part, because mastering synthesis isn't just about getting smarter or getting better grades, it's about becoming a wiser person in your life. Look, being smart, just collecting facts, it's just not enough.
I mean, think about it. What good is having all this knowledge if you end up making choices that harm yourself or other people? The real goal of learning is to connect what you know with what you know is right. It's all about connecting your head with your heart.
And when you start to do that, when you intentionally connect the things you're learning with what is good and what is true, something really powerful happens. You start to feel this deeper sense of clarity, this peace of mind.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. You become wiser when you don't just collect facts, but when you connect them with meaning. So get out there,
Don't just be a fact collector, be a wisdom builder.